Hello and welcome back to the NK Zagreb Save Football Manager 2019, and we've had the biggest winter break in the history of mankind before the Ice Age. No, since the Ice Age. I've ruined that intro to this episode, haven't I? But yeah, there wasn't a cup game. We literally just had the chance to play loads of friendlies. Nothing happened in December. Everybody was on holiday. They got a holiday from the 27th of November to the 15th of January, where I thought, I was a bit concerned. I'd arranged a lot of friendlies. Basically, I like to pick the teams we play in a friendly, and I thought, well, we could try and boost the coffers up. Let's get some bigger teams in. And then I thought, but that might hurt our morale because we're going to get beaten. No, that didn't quite happen. I've got to say, Brett Higgins is in charge of all the friendlies still. We beat Sebinek 4-1. And HNK Sebinek are in the first division, so that was an impressive result. Then we drew with Ujpest 2-2. Ujpest are in the Hungarian first division and have been playing in European football, so that wasn't that bad a result. Then we beat Slaven Belupo 4-2, who are in our division and were relegated from the first division. They are currently second in the league, and we beat them 4-2. Then we played Wisla Krakow and beat them 3-2, and that is Wisla Krakow, who are in the top division in Poland. So we've been playing some pretty big teams. Then we went and played Gorica from the Slovenian Premier Division and beat them 4-1. Then we played Maribor. They actually the only team to beat us in this winter break, 2-0. Nardin Mulahushinovic, which is an absolutely incredible name. And did I put him on? No, I didn't add him to my shortlist, but he will be going on there. Yeah, they beat us 2-0. Then we played Varzadin 3-1. This was meant to be a morale boosting friendly that we'd get into and win it quite comfortably, which we did, but we didn't need it to be morale boosting in the end. 3-1, Palic, Kokolovic and Simjonovic. Simjonovic. We've got news about Simjonovic coming up. SK St Bolton, we beat them 3-1 as well. I can't remember where they're from. I think they're a small team. Oh no, Austrian Premier Division, so they're not too bad a squad either. We beat that 3-1, so a very successful mid-season break friendly fixtures. It did sort of boost our money a little bit, 315k. It's gone pretty well. The transfer budget's gone down to 0 because I've pumped it all into wages because we have made some new signings. So if we go into transfer signings, let's look at the ins first. They're always more exciting. Well done to whoever spotted Cho Jong-jae. That is the new South Korean left back we bought in, who is already pretty much redundant in the squad, as we've bought in a better left back already. He was going to be playing back up to Dedic anyway. Now it looks Dedic is going to keep his spot until he has a bad game, and then this loanee is going to come in to replace him. But Dedic should really be the backup by now. We bought him in. Then we bought in a right back, Tomislav, and you see this is still in November. Tomislav Barisic, who's actually going to get his debut in today's game. Is it his debut? Yeah, it will be his debue in today's game. He was released on a free by Dynamo 2. We've bought him in, shirt number 33. He's made the bench a couple of times but hasn't played before the winter break. He'll be playing today because Palic is suspended. Pretty good all round, 3-star on both of them, 28. On a short-term contract, only for a season, so not too fussed if it all goes wrong. Then we've bought in an interesting one, Yurei Dos Santos. The fans and the board do not like this signing. He's going to be starting in today's game. He's 18, I think. Yeah, 18. Sao Tominian, which I didn't know was a country. Apologies if, that offends anyone. But Sao Tome and Principe is obviously a French, or was a French colony. But yeah, he's the second, best player in the country. I mean, they only have 2 players, and he's one of them, and they start up front together. The other one is a 33-year-old Newell's old boy striker. But yeah, so brace yourselves. He's terrible. I mean, he's actually terrible. I've bought him in for 2 reasons, though. One, 6'7". 2, none of our strikers are 6'7". It's pretty much the same reason I bought him in. He's a target man, great jumping reach, good balance, good heading. We're going to utilise him in the middle of the 3 to try and win flick-ons. We're playing this more. The 4-3-3 has been working brilliantly, and we're going to be using it with the direct football. And for a direct football, you sometimes need a big guy, 14 stone, 6'7". Boosh, that's what you want. Just want him to hold it up. And if it doesn't work, he's literally getting paid nothing. He's only getting paid when he plays. So if he doesn't impress, he can be released into the wilderness as such. Then we brought in a centre-back, Ivan Grabovac. We had those players moaning about lack of depth in defence and things like that, so I thought I'd bring in a backup centre-back again, just in case someone gets injured. He's come from Kostolzia in the second league. They released him on a free. He did okay the last 2 seasons, so I thought, well, yeah, we'll give him a go. Why not? Again, not getting paid anything. If it doesn't work out, we can just release him on a free. Then we've bought someone from Kostolzia who is a very, very highly rated striker. Ken Wynn went out and scouted him all on his own. He went and found him. I said, oh yeah, he looks pretty good. Let's go and scout him. My concern is that his favourite position is a target man, and he's 5'11". But general stats, we can work on that. Potential to be 5-star. So, yeah, looking alright. Not made a first team appearance for anybody yet. Likely that he won't. But he's in the first team squad to be part of the mentoring group. And because of the striker that we're not going to talk about and give him a name anymore. Then we've brought in a loan transfer, Mia Zizek from Maribor. We played them in the pre-season friendly. He came off the bench for them, seemed to do okay, only 18 years old. I thought we'd get him in and see how he can do. Very aggressive, not much else. Pretty decent potential, squad player, no nonsense centre-back or a centre-back. Has played for Maribor over the last 2 seasons, not done very well for them. But this will be a drop down in style for him. Probably won't get that much action here, but only on loan till the end of the season, so we really don't have to worry too much about that. And then we've brought in Daniel Stefulj, who will be taking over the left-back spot once Dedic has a poor game, and he is rated very highly. 3.5-star current ability, potentially 4.5-star in the potential ability thing. Nearly £20,000 he's valued at. We're paying him £200 a week for the rest of the contract, but he did pretty well at Medjugorje on loan when he was there before getting a 7.04, and he actually went on loan to the Sweden First Division and got a 6.57, which isn't necessarily too bad. He actually started his career at us, which is interesting. And did I sell him? Did I sell Daniels? No, it must have been. Yeah, no, I didn't sell him. It was before we got here. So yeah, so he's come back to the club now. On to the outs. I didn't do the outs, did I? Just a number of loans. Main ones to talk about. Mihokovic has actually come back, so he might be getting a few games up front for us this season. In the back end of the season, Zlatko Krupesak has gone to Jarun, nowhere near our first team. Angeliko Jugovic has gone to Jarun, nowhere near our first team. Anton Graf has gone to Jarun. They've basically got a back four made up of our youngsters. Nowhere near our first team. Daniel Ivanisevic, we bought in another left back, so he wasn't getting much game time, so he's gone to Croatia Javaco, and he will be playing quite a lot of games for them. He was played 4 and got a 7.07 rating, so yeah, I mean the second league he looked pretty out of his depth at the second league, so I'm happy to give him some football in the third division. And Zlatko Dumbovic, or Dumbovic, however you want to pronounce it, has gone on loan to Jadran Porek and is doing pretty poorly in the third division. I like to see these guys out on loan and rate how they're doing. So out of everybody that's gone on loan, Zelic has done. Oh no, he was selling. Dadic, there he is. Dadic has done pretty well. Oh no, he hasn't. That's dropped off massively, 6.46. But Mihakovic actually did well, which is why I've brought him into the first team. He went to Croatia Djakovic, scored 7 goals, 4 assists, so combined for 11 goals in 20 games, got a 7.10 for them. We'll see how he gets on in the second division occasionally. But the big news is that Damir Simonovic, our key player, our best player at the club, our most promising youngster, has didn't want to sign a new contract. I tried to flog him off for cash, and he's decided to join Ruds in the first league on a free transfer, which means he no longer gets to play for me anymore. He's dropped down to the under-19s. I won't be picking him for the rest of the season. If he doesn't want to be at the club, then I don't want him here. Unfortunately, I can't offer him to the club to buy him now, because that's what I normally do, cash in, get some sort of money. But yeah, we've bought him through the team. We've bought him up through this thing. He's got me as a favoured personnel. He's got Brett Higgins as a favoured personnel, but it wasn't enough for him to want to stay at the club. He was chasing the money. Touted as the next Davor Suker, so he's going to be brilliant. But we will get him back, hopefully, at some point. We'll see. But that's why we've brought in a couple of strikers just to see how it goes and see what happens. Parmasevic has been training very well. And today we are playing Varaždin, which is a game that somebody requested in the list, and it so happened to be our first game back after the break. So that's who we're going to be playing today. A one-game episode as we come back from thing. We're going to look to plough on through this last bit and see if we can get to the good end of the competition, because obviously we are doing very well. 4 points or 3 points off Slaven Blupo in second. Dynamo 2 are running away with it, so they can't get promoted, so that top position will drop down to second, and then I think the playoff position goes to third, if I remember. If I remember rightly, I think that's what happens. The top half expectations, obviously, we're absolutely smashing it with a 71% backing from the board. So let's get into the game, and we'll go into how we're going to line up. That I've already picked the team, so we can go into this. We've got 3 players that need numbers. So if I could give you Simonovic number, I would, but I can't. So you can be 19. You're a backup left back. You can be 10. Oh no, I've got a weird system going on. Sorry. Anybody that we've signed after I initially register the squad gets a number above 30. Don't ask me why. I just thought I'd do it for this season. I think it's a good way of me tracking how many people we bring in after I'm weird like that. I like to see how many players we have at the start of the season and then how many players we register after the season starts and see what difference there is in the squads. But this is how we're lining up. Obviously, Knežević in goal. Barisic comes in for his league debut. At right back, Sadiki Koklovic in the middle. Dedic at left back, our top assister. Then we have Liber, Karimi and Bektasi in a midfield 3, which is becoming pretty common to everybody. And then we have Peritin and Kolaric up front alongside the tall lump in Jordi dos Santos, the 18-year-old making his debut. They line up with Letica in goal, who is a goalkeeper that we actually sold to them for free and hasn't got on very well. When they got promoted to the first league, he really struggled. He's done okay. We put quite a few goals past him last time. Kazula, Konstic, Ivančić and Lagator. Then they have Stanic and Dizian in the middle. Glavica, Perpic, Krajic and Burkic up front. It's our 4-3-3 versus their 4-2-3-1. Let's see how we get on. I'm just going to go out there and say, yeah, carry straight on from what happened last time. We were doing really well in those friendlies. We can go out there, keep that going, keep that working, keep that momentum going. Everybody seems pretty fired up. I am interested to see how Jordi dos Santos gets on up front, and we'll be back for kickoff. So there we go, and we get it underway in the white kit, kicking from left to right, and Varaždin are in the blue kit with white shorts, kicking from right to left in the first half. Let's see how we get on. It's a bit of a new system using the target man up front. Hopefully it will pay off though. Let's go out there and just demand a little bit more from them. The first 10 minutes, nothing much happening, which is a concern. Varaždin aren't the best team, down there in 9th. Not winning too many. Lagator, folks that put it in. Perpic lays it back to Stanic. Those white shorts are a bit of a clash, and Glavic's shot from range is pretty terrible and doesn't really threaten the goal. They're overwhelmed by the feedback. We're focused. Let's see if we can get a little bit creative. We can't do another shout yet. Kazula back to Stanic, into Kazula again, goes long. That should be easy for Knežević, and it is. They didn't even have anybody chasing it, so let's see what we can do here. Knežević, Koklovic up to Bektasi, our captain, into Liber. That's a poor pass. Bikic turns into Krajic. Krajic back to Burkic. Great tackle, falls. It's bouncing around. Glavica looks to keep it alive. Oh, Karimi dove in and got the tackle well. But Bektasi with a poor pass in the middle there. We're maybe looking a bit complacent here. Interesting. Ken Wynn has commented below saying in one of the previous videos asking if I'm ever going to do any merchandise. Now, the plan wasn't to do that because I can't use NK Zagreb's logo and stuff for a merchandise because it's a copyrighted brand, the club, so I can't use them. But I am interested if people are interested in buying it, I will do some like cultured left foot merch as Peritin comes forward, lays it back to Barisic, Liber into Karimi, shoots, and it's a good save from Letica. But yeah, if people are interested in some cultured left foot merch, mugs, t-shirts, things like that, I could potentially design something and release it. I don't see why not. If you guys would be interested to buy it, then I'm keen to design it. That's not a problem. Let me know down below if you are, or would you be keen in buying maybe a cultured left foot t-shirt, maybe just a nice plain t-shirt with my little logo in the corner or on the back of the shirt or something like that. I don't know, I'll have a think. If people are interested, then I'm interested in putting something out there. As Glavica comes forward, Dedic intercepts that easily. Goes long, looking for Kolaric, who has been on form in the pre-season friendlies. Peritin comes in. He shoots. Oh, it's a good save from Letica. Sort of jumped like a starfish and made a good save. And we have a corner. Bektasi fires it in towards the back post. Peritin heads it down and Legata clears it away. Koklovic rescues it. Koklovic just stones on the ball. He's fouled and we have a free kick. Dejan is called over by the referee. Another thing as well. Just before the winter break happened, in one of our last league games, we had a female referee, which was nice to see. And I've not seen that before in Football Manager. Peritin, that's an awful free kick. Absolutely awful. But we're getting down to half time. And we're not breaking through them, which is a concern. We do have other tactics we can go to if necessary. I mean, we are dominating the game, so I can't really moan too much. Just keep it up. Keep it up. We're gonna break through them. The other one thing I'm gonna do is just push Dos Santos into a target man on attack. And I noticed from corners on attack, we want. Yeah, they should. Why was Koklovic hanging around out here somewhere? He should definitely. Not because he was there. That's why I want you marking the keeper. That's what we want to do there. So we'll start the second half. Berkic lays it back to Perpic. Obviously we're shooting in the other directions now. We're going right to left. They're going left to right. But Kracic has the ball on the left hand side into Dejan. Up it goes long, and that's easy for Sadiki. I mean, Koklovic's not playing very well. Karimi could come off. Any of the strikers could come off as well. It's not brilliant. So I'm just wondering what we can do here. How's the top of the table looking? So we've dropped down into 4th because Hajduk reserves are winning. I think we're going to have to take off the new youngster, Dos Santos. So that throw was aimed at him. Barisic into Karimi. Karimi shoots and Letica holds on to a deflected shot. Come on, boys. Just up it before I make any changes. Come on. 55 minutes gone. We need something to happen in this game. We really do need something just to kickstart our period after Christmas. Kazula into Stanic. Stanic to Dejan. Dejan shoots from range, but that's blocked. Referee, is that a foul? Glavica, is that the highlight? That's it. The highlight is us winning a free kick. That's pretty lame, Millhouse. Free kick. Perpic shoots, blocked by the wall. Back to Perpic, out to Ivancic. Tackle, cleared by Kolaric, and I'm definitely going to mix something up in a minute. Perpic with a free kick again. Fires it over the bar. An hour gone. I think the Dos Santos experiment may have failed. I'm going to bring on Mihajlovic. As I said, he did well on loan. I want to see how he gets on. Kolaric is going to go as a poacher into the middle there. Maybe Karimi to come off as well, to be replaced by Polic. He's been after more first team football. Double change on the hour mark. Let's see what happens and see if this makes a difference and makes an effect. Can I shout at them again? Not yet. Okay, we demanded a little bit more from them in the game. They're looking nervous. Come on, we can win this game. Koklovic not playing well. Kolaric not playing well. Maybe it's time for Regovic to come on. Regovic in for Kolaric. I was looking at Ramadani the other day. That rolling my R's just reminded me of that. I was looking at Ramadani. He's massively dropped off in terms of skill. He was becoming a bit of a cult hero of the save, but yeah, no, he's dropped off at Istra. They're not playing him, so his stats are all on the decline. But Letica with a goal kick. It goes long. 10 minutes to go in this second division game. And Berkic flicks the header on, but Koklovic will get that. Now, don't do anything stupid. Sadiki looks for Bektasi, who brings it down well. Infield to Liber. Liber goes long. And why are you doing that? You had space on the right-hand side, but Kracic looks to get in behind. That's a woeful shot. Absolutely woeful. I'm wondering if we can mix this up to do something. Pretin's not having a very good game. We could put Mihajlovic on the left, Regovic on the right, and Peritin up front. And see if that would just change something. For the last 10 minutes, we'll give it a go. So we'll go Regovic on the right, Mihajlovic on the left, Peritin up front, Bektasi, and then we'll put... I mean, we need to make an effort here. We need to make an effort. We'll put you on defend, you're on support. You want to be an advanced playmaker on support. It's a little bit more attacking. It's sort of trying to take the game to Varazadin, and hopefully it will pay off, but the time is ticking down and not much is happening. Knezovic up to Sadiki. It does leave us pretty open at the back. Sadiki just goes long, which is totally against all the tactical stuff that is in the game, but Mihajlovic will pick up that loose pass. Mihajlovic lays it back to Dedic. Dedic comes forward with it, looks to cut in field into Liber. Liber into Pollock. Pollock back to Liber. We're keeping the ball, but that's not enough at this stage. We need to move forward with it. Pollock back to Liber. We are slowly creeping up the pitch. Pollock as Barisic on the right-hand side. He's into space. Crosses it in. It comes to Liber. Liber shoots. Oh, he's hit the bar. Oh, Dedic is still keeping this move alive, but we've hit the bar in the final few minutes of the game. It looks like it's just going to be a sod's law game in this sense, and we're not going to get the result we really wanted, and it would have been a good chance to catch up Slaven Belupo into that second position, but it's not going to happen. And there's 10 seconds to go, so it's pretty much now or never. Regovic looks to go over the top towards Palitin, but Palitin can't get there. Vilic clears it. There's the full-time whistle. It's a 0-0 draw against the team we really should be beating. I'm just going to say unlucky. Oh, they didn't like that. They did not like that. Hand over to the assistant, the rest of it. Get out of there as quickly as possible as we mess up that team talk. But yeah, 0-0. I'm pretty sure we absolutely smashed them last time. We got a 2-0 win at home, 0-0 away. They are the sort of games we should be winning. Honours even. Dos Santos makes his debut. He's pleased, yeah. There was intrigue around the club to see how he got on. It wasn't the best of starts for him, but yeah, not too bad. 0-0 keeps us at in the top 4 spot. So at the moment we would be getting, I think, the playoff position. If we can look at the stages of it last season, yeah, because Istria won it and went up, and then there was two teams above them who were second team, so that the playoff position does just drop. So I assume that would mean they would be champions, Belupo would go up automatically, and then Hasdruk Reserves can't go up, so we would get the playoff spot. I think that is what would happen. So we're still in a good spot. We're still in a good position. I mean, I wasn't expecting us to be anywhere near a promotion sort of race or anything like that this season, so it's all pretty good. I am worried if we do get promoted that the first division is going to be a whole new level of pain, because the teams up there are absolutely incredible. If we just go and have a look, for example. So Istria won it last year, and they're currently up in 5th. We got offered the Inter Zabresic. We got offered an interview for Inter Zabresic. Obviously, I turned it down. But let's have a look at Inter Zabresic and look at their key player compared to ours. Profile compared to ours. So key player, Goodness Ajayi. I mean, look at the amount. We don't know fully what his stats are, but just the amount of yellow that is on that screen is ridiculous when you compare it to, let's say, well, our best player. It will still say is someone that I don't want to be reminded of, Damir Simjonovic, who has a fair bit of green, to be honest, but he's leaving us, so he's dead to me. Zlatko Ramic is our new the hot prospect. We've had a new youth intake. Not too much to write home about. Drazan Dekovic is on trial. I'm not too sure why he's on trial. Shouldn't he be signed? I mean, he has absolutely amazing potential ability. So, yes, sign a youth contract. Kresic I would like to bring in as well. I don't know why. Brett Higgins, come on, sort it out. You're meant to be my head of youth development and signing all these people. But Marko Mitrovic will be available for the first team as soon as he turns 17. So it will be at the end of March, actually. He'll be able to play, and he's very highly rated. We've had a few bids for him since we've bought him in as well. We got him in on a free transfer, and he already has teams after him. So Zagreb are interested in him, who are in the 3rd League West. But we'll see. Hopefully we'll be able to make a bit of a profit on him. But we will be back. Yeah, down here somewhere probably. I mean, that could be a very key game, that Slaven Belupo away game. Maybe we might do those last 3, depending on how the league is going, do those last 3 games as an end-of-season triple live com. But yeah, let me know what you think. I still haven't updated the Patreon page. I'm really sorry, Ian, you're not on it yet. But we'll just go to it now anyway. Your name will slip in next to Ken's name in there. But yeah, thank you very much for supporting the channel, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below if you've been interested in some CLF merch. But for now, I'm out. Cheers.